In this lecture, I will share some very important points about two-dimensional motion and a central force. First of all, question is, what is a central force? A central force is that which is inversely proportional to square of distance between two bodies. Suppose we have two bodies whose center of masses are separated by distance r, then if the force acts along the line joining their centers of masses and is inversely proportional to square of the distance between their center of masses, then that force is called central force. And this equation can be written as F is equal to K upon R square. Let's call it equation number 1. These two bodies can, for example, this force may be gravitational force, this force may be electrostatic force. For example, Earth is revolving around the Sun due to gravitational force, and this can be called as a two-dimensional motion under a central force. Now, equation of motion of such a system under a central force is written as F is equal to mu A R, where mu is called reduced mass of the system. Reduced mass of the system, or sometimes it is also known as effective mass, and it is calculated by the relation 1 upon mu is equal to 1 upon m1 plus 1 upon m2. If there are two bodies in the system, for example Earth and Sun, the m1 can be mass of Sun, m2 can be taken as mass of Earth. If there are more than two bodies, and this will continue 1 over m3, 1 over m, and so on. This is how we calculate reduced mass or effective mass of the system. And what is AR? AR is radial component of acceleration. And this radial component of acceleration can be written from two-dimensional polar coordinate system as AR is equal to R double dot minus R theta dot square, where R double dot means, let me call it equation number 3. R double dot means second derivative of R with respect to time, and theta dot means single derivative of theta with respect to time. R and theta are polar coordinates of the moving body. Now we shall put equation number 3 in equation number 2. Put equation 3 in equation 2. So F can be written as mu R double dot minus mu R theta dot square. Equation number 4. Let us consider the relation for angular momentum. L is given as mu R square theta dot. I have used here the relation for angular momentum from your lower classes, m R square omega, where omega is taken as angular velocity and it is equal to d theta by dt. Same thing I have written here. Instead of mass of body, I have used effective mass of the system. Now this equation can give us value of theta dot. It will be L upon mu R square. Let's call it next equation number 5. Using 5 in 4, we can write F is equal to mu R double dot minus L square upon mu r cube. By dividing both sides by mu, we can write f upon mu is equal to r double dot minus L square upon mu r cube. Let's call it equation number 6. Now we shall change the variable from r to a new variable y. For that purpose, substitute r is equal to 1 upon y. From this equation number 7, I can find r dr by dt as equal to minus 1 upon y square dy by dt. It can be further written as minus 1 upon y square dy by d theta multiplied by d theta by dt. What I have done? I have just multiplied and divided by d theta, previous equation. So this gives us a result for single derivative of r with respect to time as minus 1 upon y square dy by d theta into theta dot. Let's call it equation number 8. Differentiate equation number 8 with respect to time. So we can write d upon dt of dr by dt on left hand side minus d by dt 1 upon y square dy by d theta into theta dot. Now we have to simplify this thing. Left hand side can be written as d square r by dt square is equal to minus d theta by dt d by d theta 1 upon y square dy by d theta theta dot. I've just multiplied and divided by d theta on right hand side. This will give us second derivative of r with respect to time as minus theta dot d theta d by d theta of 1 upon y square dy by d theta into theta dot. Let's call it equation number 9. Now from equation number 5, we can find answer for theta dot as L y square upon mu using r is equal to 1 upon y. Here we can write because r is equal to 1 upon y. Let's call it equation number 10. Now using this equation number 10 in 9, wherever theta dot is written, you put this value of theta dot on right hand side. Put 10 in 9. Just a mathematical exercise. Minus L y square upon mu dy by d theta 1 upon y square dy by d theta. In the bracket we can write Ly square upon mu. Just from equation number 9 I have written this thing. So this will give us d square r by dt square is equal to minus L square y square by mu square. Simple mathematical simplification, d by d theta, or we can write d square by d theta square. Equation number 11, let us call it. Now from equation number 1 I can write f is equal to k y square, just using r is equal to 1 upon y. Now we shall put various values in equation number 6. So step can be written as put equation 7, equation number 11, and equation number 12 in equation number 6. Putting these values, we shall be able to write the required equation. So this is the result obtained by putting various values. Let's call it equation number 13. Now we shall multiply equation number 13 by the factor mu square by L square y square, just to make this coefficient as 1. So we can write minus d square y by d theta square minus y is equal to k mu by L square. So this result can be rewritten as d square y by d theta square plus y plus k mu upon L square equal to 0. This is the required differential equation for two-dimensional motion under a central force. Let me call it equation number 14. Thank you.